Welcome to the Windows 10 and Computer channel, and of course one of the big questions that came from a lot of you is, does 19H2 come with the Edge Chromium browser? Nope, it doesn't. One of the things that we know is that in 19H2 Microsoft is trying to hide Edge as much as possible. That means that starting with this version of Windows, Microsoft Edge, the official Microsoft Edge browser, won't be in the taskbar or on the desktop and not as a tile on your start menu, because they want you to move on, but they don't want you to use that old Edge anymore. So it's kind of a weird thing, because honestly, it's just so good right now that I would probably have, if I was Microsoft, I would probably have pushed the beta version of Edge and say, look, this is the new Edge, rather than kind of not really being in a nowhere zone, if you want. So that is something that I kind of think they should have done. I mean, Edge and Edge Chromium are really, really good. They work great. They are performing great. I've had really very little problem, actually no problem at all with them. So that's one of the things that a lot of you asked if that's in there. The other question that a lot of you are asking, so we talked about in the previous video about the sound problem, but more broadly, a lot of you have said, does it fix problems that came with the version 1903 with the cumulative updates breaking stuff? Let's start by just saying one thing, because a lot of you are in the impression that 1903 is not a good upgrade, and in fact 1903 is actually a very good upgrade. It's been actually very, very safe. And what's happening with 1903 is that there were a little bit of glitches that were actually kind of showing up for some people, and I want to stress out here, because a lot of people are under the impression that it's a huge mess when it's not. And we got to be careful once again when we look at problems with the operating system, because remember, 900 million users of Windows 10. We've seen that 45.5% were on 1903. That's almost 450 million. That's more than 400 million at least. That means that 400 million people, imagine that there's 0.5%, which is a very small number, 0.5%, that have issues with it. Well, 0.5% of 400 million is getting to be a few million. And that means that the people that actually are complaining are the ones that, of course, have problems, not the ones that are not having problems. And this is why there is, yes, a lot of people that are talking and showing us the different problems and saying, well, this is a big mess, because it's what it looks like. Because everybody else that has no problem rarely voice their opinion. They're not going to go to a forum and say, hey, I've upgraded, it works great. They just are quiet. So we got to be careful with that. And there is a big cumulative update that was added lately to 1909, the version of 19H2. And so yes, in there somewhere there are some fixes for sure, but I don't think you will have more fixes from things from 1903 and 19H2. And 19H2 for me seems to be very, very good. And honestly, 1903, the May 2019 update, I've have it on all of my machines, and it works great for me. So it's kind of an interesting thing here, because there's the way things look and the way things are, and the reality is, we have moved on to almost half of Windows 10 users running 1903 and still have very little official problems, if you want. So this is kind of interesting when we look at it. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.